from Seattle, Washington. It's the NFC Wild Card Round on EA Sports. And the Seattle Seahawks taking on Jared Goff and the Los Angeles Rams.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guy.
Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. This will make it into the end zone, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Out come the Rams, and at the controls, the former Cal Bear standing at 6'4", quarterback Jared Goff.
And you almost think that he's been around longer than he actually has, but when you look at a guy like him, he certainly had success in the playoffs, carried his team to a Super Bowl appearance one season, but he's had his share of failure too, because remembering that Super Bowl against New England, his offense only put up 3 points. I think he wants to just go out there, establish a flow early, and then turn it loose and create some big plays.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
At the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
Looking to throw again on second down. Goff. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one goes for 36. First down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man open, it's Tyler Higbee. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They're going to run this with a tight end. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Through Servant. Coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Gay's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0.
Seahawks
Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Seattle's first go on offense forthcoming, and under center, of course, Russell Wilson.
And what a comfort zone for this team, because they've got a guy leading them that's not only played well in the playoffs, but he's won a Super Bowl too. And you know how much experience counts in this league in the postseason. Anything a defense throws at him, it won't frazzle him at all. He'll be aware of it, ready to take advantage of it. Let's see if his team is at the same level.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Carson, the first down and more. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early, because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's Carson. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Seahawks, nothing.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. A pass underneath for Carson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
22-yard line.
They run it with Carson. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people, because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers, because usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game. To throw is Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Oh, we're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers.
It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Myers' kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me.
I know you like to mix it up with
like
sports.
That. They crack a forehand back at him. They get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like
a really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And work with me here. Is this overhyped or not? You've got a warm weather team on the road in January, and it's cold. What's the deal? Is that a factor or is it not a factor?
I think a lot of it depends on the personality of your head coach and how you prepare for things. And some things you just can't prepare for. If you're coming from a warm weather site, you can't make it cold enough like it is here in this ball game. But what you can do is just tell guys, dress for the weather and then play like we always play. And as the game goes along, typically those guys out there playing, you warm up enough that it really shouldn't affect you quite the same way. Now, if that's all you talk about, if you put that in the heads of your players, it'll affect them in a big way.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They're going to look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving. He was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On the move to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. He's got it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
The 3-yard line.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Steps away. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And Gay knocks this one through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0.
Seahawks 3.
Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they're out in front.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This is the fourth and final game here on this wildcard weekend. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's NFC wildcard game. But first, let's take a look back at action from earlier. Meanwhile, in our game, just a field goal separates these two sides at the break. One will go on to the divisional round, one will go home. To find out who it is, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Olsen, incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
The Rams take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost they gave them? Going right out on the field.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got room. Touchdown, LA! A great play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Rams add on to their lead. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Leonard Floyd.
It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
Play brings up 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
1st and at the 43-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 12 yards there and a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Wilson will throw again. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. That was a safety Taylor Rapp right there on the coverage.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Aaron Donald picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
Flushed out right. Room to run inside the 40. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now it's Carson. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. To throw on 2nd and 6, Wilson. His pass caught at the 4. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 15-yard touchdown, Brown. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. And that score there makes this a much more manageable deficit.
Agreed, because before that touchdown, this looked like this was about over. Instead, they've got hope. They're back in the game. They feel better about themselves, and now they have a chance to make some more plays.
And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, it's Simba Webster. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. And right now they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a 2-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach, offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? Because you can't come away with no points. You need these points here in order to feel a lot better about where they are in this game.
But this time of the year, playoffs, game of this magnitude, this is what we hope for.
Yeah, it's exactly what we hope for. You want to run your offense cautiously, but not so cautiously that you just give it up.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Breaks free again. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have to lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
So Wilson and the Seahawks down 13-10, a little under 2.5 to go. And their 4-game winning streak in great danger. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. He'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds, and they keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
They'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use, there he goes, left side. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Normally we're talking about quarterback duo where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. The Rams are on to next week as we say so long, everybody. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Seattle, so long, everybody.